Because I'm pregnant, pregnancy is a big for a lot of people, and I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a golden shower.
Konnichiwa. Now it's gonna be asserting nouns dominance by on the Quran. Yay!
It's a horrible day to have ears and eyes, and this is coming from someone who's barely got eyes. Because since my last video, an infamous sus influencer by the name of Bunny Blue is now pregnant, and she just went on national television to announce to the world that she's letting countless men donate their apple juice to her during her baby shower. Boy, do I feel bad for her unborn child. And finally, a huge YouTuber is going viral for giving religious books a yellow shower. But first, we gotta talk about Bunny Blue, who might just win the Mother of the Year award, because she's a strong believer of the saying, her body, her choice.
Again, my body, this is what I'm choosing.
Because even though she's now pregnant, she's still going out clubbing, she's still drinking alcohol, and most importantly, she's still going to work. Now, for you employed people who don't know who Bunny Blue is, she's essentially this professional 304 who's infamous for letting 1,000 men goon to her in real life. And that's the thing, right? Who knows who the father of her baby is? She probably doesn't even know who the father is, let's be honest, guys. I mean, you know damn well that there's a 99% chance that the father of her child is probably one of those 1,000 men. But that's the thing with these 304s. They never think about their future. I mean, these professional 304s are most of the time in their early 20s, and they always tell themselves, I'm in my prime, so I'm gonna go party, I'm gonna let people run a on me, and I'm going to enjoy my youth. Take Sophie Rain, for example, who keeps scoping about how there are no negative consequences for doing OF, and that doing OF is the best thing to ever happen in her life. If you remember, she got cooked on live television not too long ago when someone on the show asked her what she was gonna do if she ever wanted to start a family down the line. And this is what she had to say.
What are you gonna tell your daughter in 10 or 15 years when all of these images are all over the internet and your daughter is being bullied in middle school?
I mean, I'm only 21. I haven't even thought about having kids yet.
And this kind of mentality from these 304 shouldn't surprise anyone here. This failed abortion, and I'm not talking about the baby here, obviously doesn't care or is not even thinking about her unborn child as she's doing stuff like this at the club. But if you want to be on your thought phase because you're in your 20s, you're in your prime or whatever, right? Sure, go ahead, but why the f are you getting pregnant? I think we can all agree here when I say it would be a huge net positive for our society if people like Bunny Blue tied their tubes and made sure that they couldn't get pregnant. Because I'm sorry to say, but when you're pregnant, especially Bunny Blue, who looks like she's 3 or 4 months during her pregnancy, it's no longer only about you and about what you want, right? You can't just keep going to the club to keep drinking alcohol and keep getting back by random people. Not only are you literally giving ammo to your unborn child's future bullies, but evil, selfish people like Bunny are literally grieving their unborn child's health. I mean, look at influencer rapper Croissant Rock, for example. Who's another mentally compromised individual who also decided to go clubbing, drink alcohol, and smoke while pregnant, on top of saying vile stuff like this to excuse her behavior.
Yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You got no liquor? Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
And of course, she ended up keeping the baby, and sadly, when the baby came out, it came out special. In the head. I mean, her baby was taking way longer than the average baby to walk. Her doctor even made it clear to her that her baby sadly had some kind of learning disability. But of course, accepting this sad reality would require Chris Rock to take responsibility for her negligence during her pregnancy, which she had absolutely no interest in doing, which is why she maintains the stance that her doctors must be lying to her.
I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. It's not even just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah. Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no, the word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you...
I'm a strong believer in actions having consequences, but sadly for these professional 304s, they just refuse to think about anyone else but themselves until it's too late. I think we can all agree when I say that when it's no longer only about you, but also about your unborn child, especially if you intend to keep it, the least you can do is minimize the chances of it coming out special with life-changing permanent physical or mental issues. Smash like and subscribe if you agree. But don't worry, guys, because in Bunny Blue's case, it gets even worse. Not only is Bunny Blue grieving her baby's health by going clubbing and by drinking, but because she's a professional 304, she actually views her pregnancy as a business opportunity.
Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on the pregnancy and the baby.
I know, thank you.
Can I ask how far down you are?
Far enough to know the baby's healthy, and I'm doing fine.
Good. You have more, you're continuing throughout your pregnancy, or so far in your pregnancy, to do
your work. And did I hear right that you have a stunt planned for June?
Yes, I have a baby shower on next Saturday, and I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a golden shower.
You see, now I'm uncomfortable. I haven't been uncomfortable at all in our conversation, and you're delightful to meet.
That's right, guys. Bunny Blue decided to humiliate herself on live national television by announcing to the world that she's letting countless men donate her apple juice to her and to her baby, because you already know that some of the apple juice is going to, you know, drip on her belly. I'm gonna be honest here, guys, but I wouldn't be surprised if that baby doesn't come out right. You have to remember that her baby is already floating on Hennessy because she's out there going clubbing and drinking alcohol, but now you're telling me that her baby is gonna be floating on forbidden apple juice? Jokes aside, that is just disgusting. But it gets even more evil, because you won't believe as to why she's turning her baby shower into a gold shower in the first place.
Now I'm uncomfortable. This is your baby. This is your child.
Yeah. Again, my body, this is what I'm choosing. Because I'm pregnant, pregnancy is a big fetish for a lot of people. And yeah, who knows, I might only be pregnant once, so I'm going to make the most of it.
Treating your unborn child as an asset to further your career as a 304 is a level of degeneracy and evil that someone needs to take her baby from her. And the reason as to why she's okay with all of this, by the way, is because she's coping. She's coping by saying that social media and reality, they're two different things. My job, aka being a sus 304 who's about to get apple juiced on, and reality, oh, it's two different things, guys.
Do you worry, and I didn't expect to go here in this interview, but do you worry that your baby might be taken off you?
No. There's one thing which is social media and there's one thing which is reality. And I think, well, I've seen the state of some families, especially in the UK, and they've got kids and continue to have kids and get funded by the government to keep pushing more out. So I don't worry at all that I'll have my child taken off me.
Bunny Blue might just be eligible for some disability checks, because what did I just listen to? Anything that you post on social media, in other words, your digital footprint 100% has an impact on not only your life, but also your child's life. Brad, this mentally cooked woman is literally setting up her unborn child to be the most bullied kid on the planet. I mean, there's a reason as to why you hear about so many sus celebrities wanting to forget about their past when they retire, and especially when they end up having a kid. It's because they end up realizing when it's far too late that there are permanent consequences to them acting like 304s online, and it's gonna keep haunting not only them, but also their kid should they have one. If Bunny Blue goes ahead with that pregnant gold shower, it's over for her kid. I mean, do you guys really not think that Bunny Blue's kid is gonna get pulled up on in high school by random kids who are gonna be like, hey, look, is that your mother and by extension you getting apple juiced on? And that's the thing with these fatherless women, right? They want to go ahead and brainwash people into thinking that they've turned a new leaf, they're on the path of redemption, but you know damn well that they're planning on keeping those millions of dollars that they receive by acting like fatherless girls online. But the thing that 304s like Bunny Blue don't realize is the fact that the millions of dollars that they're making right now is blood money. And it doesn't matter if later on they rebrand into like podcasters. People will always end up reminding them of their dirty past. And unfortunately for Bunny Blue's child, they will ultimately have to pay the price for her blood money.
So I am not having a baby shower. It's going to be a golden. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect, but the biggest thing I'm already seeing online is people, one, shocked I'm still having whilst pregnant. And it's completely up to you. It is no harm at all to the baby. It's not damaging.
The sad part about all of this is that a lot of women look up to Bunny Blue as some kind of inspiration. I mean, you've got this woman saying that she really likes Bunny Blue. I mean, she's just making her millions and not hurting anybody. But I would argue that Bunny Blue and her are coping because sure, you're not physically hurting your baby by letting people run a train on you while pregnant. And even that's debatable. I mean, imagine being a baby inside of your mother's womb while she's getting, you know, ran through. I mean, it's like it's gonna look like an earthquake inside of that womb, and boom, you're bound to get concussed. And we're also not accounting for the fact that she's out there still going to clubs where there is loud music, and she's still supposedly drinking. But even if she's not physically harming her baby by continuing her sus activities in public while pregnant, she is most definitely damaging her baby's future mental health. Can you imagine being Bunny Blue's son or daughter just to find out later on when you grow up that you were used as a prop to further your 304 mother's career? My mental health would be permanently cooked after finding that out. Smash like and subscribe if Bunny Blue's baby needs to be taken away by CPS as soon as it comes out. But now we gotta talk about huge YouTuber Miaba, who has completely lost her mind. Well, actually, that's not fair to say. I would argue that she completely lost her mind 3 years ago when she decided to wake up one day and turn her YouTube avatar black out of nowhere.
How did you show your support during Black History Month? Meow donated all Meow's Patreon money to many Black supporting charities.
She didn't. Now, for you employed people who have no idea as to who this deranged YouTuber is, don't be fooled by her innocent-looking videos. I mean, you might initially look at a video like this.
Are you homo? Miao's Miao likes all genders.
And assume that this YouTuber is just an innocent 14-year-old who's just having fun making YouTube videos. But you couldn't be more wrong, because this huge YouTuber is actually a grown woman in her 20s who LARPs as a family-friendly kid in order to appeal to children and I guess PDF as well. Now, Miaoba has always been known for rage-baiting race. What the What the Wait, did I just hear a smoke detector? Bruh, this is cooked! But not only is Miaoba infamous for rage-baiting race, she's also infamous for rage-baiting religion.
Miaoba, are you fasting for Ramadan? Hello, baby! Of course Miao is! Miao is good. Hey, Miao! Inshallah!
But a few days ago, she decided to cross the line because she went from simply rage-baiting people to now giving her audience of children a full-on display of her mentally cooked brain. Remember when I told you that she LARPs as a family-friendly kid in order to attract children to her channel? Well, she's still doing that on TikTok.
Konnichiwa! Miao has returned with another
Reading and prayer.
video! Today, the Torah! Yay! May the Jewish seek salvation in the truth of
Judaism.
and praise be to the Lord.
I love God.
Now, after watching this video, it should be quite clear to anyone over the age of 16 that Miaoba has at least 50 mental disorders, minimum. And if you couldn't quite catch that, don't take it from me. Take it from Miaoba herself, who admits to collecting all kinds of disorders like their Dragon Balls. Now, I'm personally a strong believer that mental illness can be used as an explanation for actions, but never as an excuse. And when kids are involved, that's when you cross the line. Because we have to remember that TikTok is a platform dominated by kids. And when children stumble upon a video like this,
It's now time the Muslim here, and today Miao wants to read Miao's favorite verse from the Holy Quran.
they're going to assume that it's a wholesome, family-friendly video. But here's where things get absolutely vile. At the end of all of these reading and praying videos, she actually links her Twitter page and welcomes everyone to come pray and watch her full video. That's right, in case you haven't noticed, the TikTok version of her videos are actually heavily censored. And whenever the screen turns black and white and you hear those family-friendly voiceovers, it's actually bait. But imagine being one of those countless children who get tricked by her family-friendly videos just to go on Twitter expecting to pray with her, just to be welcomed with a video of Miaoba literally donating her forbidden apple juice on these religious books.
It's time to cleanse.
Bro, what is she? Oh, hell nah. What's up with these degenerate freaks and forbidden apple juice? I mean, just earlier we got Bunny Blue over there, like, begging for countless men to, donate their forbidden apple juice on her. And now we've got Miaoba spurging out and donating her apple juice on religious books. And by the way, she needs to drink way more water, bruh. This is way too yellow for my taste. In case of removal, ain't nobody normal downloading your video, bruh. And you better not be downloading her video. Smash like and subscribe if you're gonna skip on drinking apple juice for at least a few weeks after watching this video.
Money, 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 radio.